Hey, it's Aman here. In this video, I'm going to give you a complete comparison between New Zenler and Systeme.io. Now, I want to take you through the breakdown of what I'm going to cover in this video so you know exactly what you're getting by sticking around. This won't be a short video. It is probably going to be the most detailed video you're going to want to have about comparing these two and learning about these two. So you're going to learn who is Systeme and Zenler good for and who is it not good for. The features you will need for an online business, a general overview. We'll cover the main features of New Zenler. We'll cover the main features of Systeme. We will cover the main differences between the two so you can see exactly where they actually don't compare at all. And I'm going to take you through in granular detail on that. This is going to be really, really detailed. We're going to discuss the main pricing differences. I won't spend a huge amount of time on that. And I'm going to tell you what I don't like about Zenler, what I don't like about Systeme. We're gonna cover those things here more or less, and then also I'll give you a little take about Systeme and New Zenler as to what is the comparison of doing WordPress versus picking one of these two, because I saw a thread a couple days ago and I've seen so many people recommending WordPress to this new person, and I just was like, oh my god, this is such terrible advice. And some people are not gonna agree with me, but I'm gonna break it down in detail later. So yeah, let me take you through this. And before I go there, I want to tell you, why am I even qualified to tell you about any of this? I've built over 100 websites on New Zenler. I've built dozens of websites on Systeme.io. I am a Systeme.io customer. I'm also a New Zenler customer. I've been on the Systeme.io podcast. I've been doing group coaching on the New Zenler Facebook group. I'm very familiar with those two tools. If you go to those Facebook groups, you will see I am very engaged. People know me in those areas. I'm very qualified to actually talk about these two platforms. And I have a tech support membership where the majority of my clients, I've got over 100 members, majority of my clients are using either Systeme.io or New Zenler, and I support them both. So let me take you through the details and we'll dive straight in. So if you're looking to sell physical products, then Systeme and Zenler are probably not designed for you. Platforms like Shopify, Equid, or Etsy are probably a better choice. Systeme and Zenler are more designed for digital product businesses primarily, i.e. if you're in the business of selling online courses, memberships, challenges, mini workshops, ebooks, templates, coaching, whether it's one-on-one or group coaching or other services, these two platforms are great for that. In some cases, Zenler is maybe better for online courses, whereas Systeme is better for most of others as well, but we'll cover that in more detail. Now, no matter which one you're doing, there's a bunch of features you're going to need, some more than others, depending on the type of membership you're doing or the online course or the coaching program and so on. So features that you will need for your online business are typically you need a custom domain. So basically, instead of having a domain name that is, aran.systeme.io or aran.newzenler.com. Basically, instead, you have something like aranbukai.com. That is a custom domain. So that's an important feature. Both have that. You also want to have mailing settings. What that means is the ability to add records like CNAME records to the DNS area. Don't even worry about not knowing what these are. All these are different codes, numbers, details like that basically make two platforms talk to each other. When you have the ability to add mailing settings in different software, it means that your email deliverability is going to be better. So you want to have those features. Both New Zenler and Systeme provide that. So that's really important. Some software tools don't. So it's important to know because this massively can hurt your deliverability. Now, there is other different housekeeping issues for different platforms. But I'm going to take you through the more important stuff that isn't very techy, but more like from a strategy standpoint. So there are two distinct sides to an online business. Doesn't matter if you're doing a course, membership, service, or anything like that. Number one is the pre-customer process, i.e. everything that happens and needs to happen before someone becomes a customer. The second part is the post-sale, i.e. the fulfillment that needs to take place after they become a customer. So you can deliver what was promised, do a great job, and give them the result they expect. Now let's talk about the pre-customer features. So you need to have, for example, a landing page to collect email addresses. You need a blog potentially for value-driven content, high-quality content. You need a pop-up feature to collect email addresses when somebody visits your website. So if somebody tries to leave your website, there's a little pop-up that says, hey, don't leave, grab my freebies. This is a great feature that's really important to build your email list. You need a page editor that is drag and drop and is simple enough to learn and use for the various pages you need it for. Thank you page, a testimonials page, a frequently asked questions page, an about page, a home page, and so on. Obviously, when you're starting in business, you don't need that many pages. You could just start with a couple, maybe even just one. But as you evolve, you may want to have multiple depending on how your business grows. So you want to have the functionality that you can customize those pages. A lot of times people make a huge mistake where they say, oh, I want to see websites that were created on X software to see what can be done. Look, 90% of any website you see online these days can be done on any platform, whether it's Systeme or Zenler or WordPress or Wix or Squarespace. It's just a matter of knowing how to use the builder. The features are usually there. If you give me a website that was created on Kajabi and you tell me, Eran, can Systeme do that? 95% chance, absolutely it can be done. Same thing with Zenler, same thing with any other platform. So don't even worry about, or can it be created? If you know how to use the builder, you can create it, okay? So you need a builder that can do all these things. Another aspect of a pre-customer feature is video hosting. Now, that's usually critical on sales pages, because if you're doing a sales page and you want to upload a video, like the video I'm doing right now, it is actually posted on YouTube. Now, if you put this video on YouTube and then you embed it on your website, at the end of the video, number one is their YouTube branding. They can click and go to YouTube and get distracted. There is advertising that can come up. There's things along these lines. So you definitely want to have video hosting so you can actually have those sales video and thank you video as well. You want to have the ability to collect emails, i.e. a landing page that has the form to enter name and enter email and so on. You want to have an email marketing automation and broadcast features. What that means is that when somebody requests your free PDF, your lead magnet, you want to be able to send them automatic emails. And this can be really misleading depending on the software you're using, because there are software tools that say they're free to use, but then they don't let you send the email out when somebody downloads your freebie. So what's the freaking point, right? So you just got to be aware that your platform needs to be allowing you to do this as well. You also need to be able to send a broadcast, i.e. an email that you send in real time, i.e. it is now Tuesday and I'm like, okay, I want to email my list about an offer that I'm doing. I need to be able to go to my email, type it up, hit send, and it goes out. It's not part of an automated sequence that sits there and triggers automatically. So these are two types of email marketing. You want to have the ability to collect payments, ideally with Stripe or PayPal as a minimum. And most platforms have that. And you want to have upsells and downsells to increase the monetary value of your sale. I have an entire blog on upsells and downsells on how I made $100,000 in my first year using Kajabi. And I wrote a whole blog to explain my strategy on upsells and downsells. If you're not using this, you're literally, leaving more than 50% of potential revenue on the table, minimum. Now let's talk about the post-sale features, the features that you need after somebody becomes a customer. If you're setting up an online course or membership, you need video hosting to share whatever content you're doing, whatever teaching you're doing. You need to have the ability to drip your content potentially, because sometimes you don't want to overwhelm your customers with a membership or a course. You want to give them the content 1 week after another or once a month. So you want to have a drip feature. Community. If you want to have community outside of Facebook, that is something you also want, although most people just start with a Facebook group and that's good enough. You want to have a private member portal to people to log in and have gated pages. So they need to log in with a name and password, an email and password or something like that, because otherwise your content is not protected. So you want to have that as well. And then you want to have a private members area that if they, let's say it's a subscription and they stop paying, then all that, they get their access revoked automatically. If you want to do group coaching or one-on-one coaching, you need Zoom account or access to be able to do those live engaging calls as well. The face-to-face type style calls. You want to have email marketing for the side of the post-sale, i.e. some sort of onboarding. So if somebody signs up for my membership, they get a sequence of emails to basically let them know how to make the most of the membership, as an example, in my tech support membership. So you want to have some sort of email marketing for the post features. Now you'll notice that some of these features, email marketing, video hosting, page builder, all of that kind of cross over because, you need those features both for before somebody becomes a customer and also after, okay? So those are the main features you need. Now let's talk about which ones does New Zenler offer you specifically. So they offer you a blog. They offer you a page editor with unlimited pages. They offer marketing funnels. They offer pop-up for any of your individual pages. They offer a course funnel, i.e. if you're selling an online course or a membership, it offers you a specific type of funnel. Now there's limitations. I'll cover that very soon. It offers a membership/bundle of courses. So the way Zenler is set up, if you want to, let's say, offer a membership where you offer access to different courses, then you would create what's called a bundle. So that's kind of their style of a membership. That's available on both Systeme and Zenler as well. So that's kind of how that works. It's a little bit different to courses, but yeah, that's also available. In Zenler, they offer a community, which is very much like a forum. It's not quite like Facebook. It's more like a forum style. So it's much more like a chat that can happen, but it's not quite as good as Facebook, for example. So, there is limitations. It's very similar to Kajabi. If you've ever seen the Kajabi forum, it's really not exciting, but it is there. And also what's good about the community here is it also pops over a course. So if I'm doing the course and I'm watching the course, I can actually click a button and see the community pop over. So that's a handy little feature as well. It actually looks way better on the Zenler app, which we will cover that in a moment as well, because they do have an app. It does offer email marketing broadcast, i.e. you can send emails in real time if you want to make an offer or send a weekly newsletter. And so you can have the option to do that. You can also segment your list based on email lists, tags, things along these lines. So it has all that option. You can create email marketing automation and campaign, both for somebody who downloads a freebie, but also when somebody makes a purchase and you want to have a series of emails there. So in Zenler, it's called automation, whereas in Systeme, it is called campaigns. It means the exact same things. Okay, Stripe and PayPal integration, the ability to collect payments in Zenler is available. It's available both as a subscription. You can also collect one-time payment, and you can also collect payment plans. So that's a lot of functionality on that. In the course area, there are ability for PDFs. And the PDFs, it's really interesting because you can do a PDF. It is actually visible. You can actually read the whole PDF on the page, and that PDF is not downloadable. Alternatively, you can make the PDF that is downloadable, or you could do both. You also have video hosting in the course area. You also have what's called like a flip book. So those books that kind of flip online. That's also available. And you have live webinars as well for customers, i.e. you can actually have, and it's not a Zoom integration. It's a Zoom feature as part of your Zenler account. So if you're actually a Zenler customer, you don't potentially need Zoom. You can actually not have a Zoom account at all because Zoom is provided for you for free when you're a Zenler customer. So you can do a live webinar to existing customer. It's called a live webinar feature. And there's also a live interactive webinar, which is the same as doing a webinar on Zoom, but for people who are not customers. And also you can sell an individual webinar to sell as well. So you can do a paid webinar feature. If you want to sell live workshops or mini workshops, that's a really good feature that they actually have. So that's the main bulk features that Zenler provides as well. Now let's talk about Systeme. So they provide, and I'll take you through, stick around, because I'm going to show you the differences, because there is distinct differences. Even though both provide funnels, for example, there's a distinct difference on how they provide it. So stick around to that. Before I get there, if you are new to this channel, please leave a comment if you're getting value from this video. I'd love to know from you how you found this channel. If you have any questions for me, I'd love to know if you can get to know you on a more personal level. I do respond to every single comment, just so you know. And also, if you got value from this video, I would appreciate if you hit the subscribe button and share this video if you know somebody who is looking for a software for their online business and they're struggling with making choices. This channel is going to give a very, very good objective view on different software tools, including these ones. So let's talk about Systeme features. Now, the Systeme features is funnels, and the funnels feature are incredible. Okay, they're definitely superior to New Zenler. So you've got in System, you can actually have multiple upsells and downsells and order bumps. So order bumps is basically before somebody, after somebody enters their credit card details, and then they want to click on checkout, before they click on buy, but the credit card is already input, they can click on what's called an order bump to increase the order value and buy something extra. So it's like when you're going out to the checkout and in a shopping mall or in a grocery store, and then there's all the chocolates around and you're like, oh, I might as well grab that. That's a little bit like an order bump, okay? So they have that feature as well. You can add multiple order bumps. You can also have upsells, i.e. on the next page after they make a purchase and you want to give them an additional product or service to buy, you can add multiple of these pages. And you can also do multiple of these downsells, i.e. if somebody, let's say I offer somebody a one-on-one session for $500, let's just say, on the next page, but they say, no, I can do a downsell and say, okay, well, look, we'll do a one-on-one session, but pay 3 times for $200. So then you basically give them a payment plan option. So you got that option. Website pages. So any pages you want to create, whether it's an opt-in page, webinar page, landing page, thank you page, all of that pages are available with System as well. The video hosting as well, they provide video hosting, not as good as Zenler. We'll get to that in a moment. Blogs, they do offer blogs, and probably a little bit better. It's actually better than Zenler, and there is a very specific reason why that is, and I'll explain that in a moment as well. Page editor for the courses, blogs, funnels. They're actually all identical, i.e. when you're going to build a blog or build a sales page or build a lesson in a course, the builder looks identical, which is very different to Zenler and practically any other software I've ever seen, which means the learning curve on System is actually shorter, because once you get one thing done, you can actually replicate it in different places, and it's an incredibly powerful feature. I've never seen this done in any other platform that's that same way. They have email marketing, both newsletter and campaigns, and discussed automations, but also real-time emails. It gives you the custom domain. The affiliate marketing and tracking and payouts. So System has a very good affiliate tracking system where you can actually, every person with ad comes into your website is basically automatically an affiliate. They don't have to apply to be an affiliate. They're automatically an affiliate. They're giving an affiliate tracking code, and you can actually give them access to your links to become affiliates with just a few clicks. It's a very smart tracking. You also have an option to pay things out automatically. And what this makes a difference in is if you want to build a massive affiliate program, you can actually do that in System. System actually runs their affiliate program through their own system. Basically, System runs their own system. and it's very meta. But System actually uses their own platform to manage their affiliate payouts, which is a very powerful feature. And yeah, so that's very good. There's also a marketplace where you can actually post your product services in a marketplace where other Systeme.io customers can actually find you and promote your products as well. And I can tell you, people actually do find you. Today, I had somebody reach out to me saying, hey, I found your product on the marketplace. I would love to collaborate. So that's a very good feature. If you're familiar with ClickBank, for example, it's very much an affiliate marketing platform, marketplace for a lot of affiliate marketers. That's what this is like. So they're kind of competing with ClickBank on that, and it's actually very good. They also have features like workflows and tags as well, which you can set up different automations to have different triggers happen depending on what people do on your website. So anyway, this can get a little bit advanced. I've got a full tutorial on that on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. They also do offer a sort of a CRM and where all your contacts are, and you can filter and find the different customers, which email they signed up, what emails they get sent, which emails they opened, all that stuff, okay? Now, let's talk about the real nitty-gritty. You're going to love this area, and this is the feature differences between the two. Quick reminder, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, and then we'll dive into these points. So, we've got this topic, which is gated course content based on what plan someone chooses. Here is why this is important. Let's just pretend for a moment that you have an online course and you have 6 modules, okay? Now, 5 modules are accessible to anybody that joins. It doesn't matter if they pay a payment plan or they pay full price, Okay, it doesn't matter. Everybody gets those 5 modules. Okay, now let's just pretend you have modules 6 and 7, and these are bonus modules, and that is only accessible for people who paid the full price, not the part pay. You can do that with Zenler, which is a very good feature. You can't do that with Systeme. There is a workaround with Systeme on how you can do that. You'll basically give them an access to another product. But again, that means you add another product. So anyway, this is a very, very good feature that Zenler has as well. This is a very popular feature that ClickFunnels has. And Zenler has done a really good job to do it even better, I feel. Flip ebook in the Zenler course area. So you have those flip ebooks basically that looks like a digital magazine. So in Zenler, in the course area, if you have a PDF workbook, you can actually have that as a flip ebook. In Zenler, you don't have that in Systeme. Upsells and downsells difference. This is huge, okay? So with New Zenler, the way it works is when you're creating a course, it automatically generates 4 pages. And these 4 pages, it doesn't matter which course you're doing. You can't add more pages. You can't delete any of the pages. These are the pages. Page number 1, sales page, i.e. an entire explainer page that sells a specific product or service. Then they have to click a button and go to the second page, which is the checkout page, which is where they would actually make payment. The next option, and if you've got multiple payment plans, it will all be on the same place. The next page is the thank you page, i.e. thanks a lot for buying XYZ course. And this is where you would add an upsell. If you want to add an upsell, this is where you can do it, but you can only add 1, and that's it. And the last one is called a course access page, i.e. where they can actually access the course. So there is no way to add pages at the time of recording, at least. You can't delete any of these pages. And this makes a big difference because if I want to follow a philosophy of selling an online course or a coaching service or something like that with what's known as the 1-page funnel, this is a type of a concept that Semcart uses a lot in their marketing, and it's a great marketing tactic. I do not recommend Semcart at all, by the way. I'll leave that to a different video. If you want to get my feedback on that, leave a comment below and I'll do a video on Semcart. But the philosophy they propose is actually really clever, which is do a 1-page funnel. And I've done that in my business, and it has worked very well when I sold my one-on-one coaching / one-on-one website building services. I just have a 1-page funnel. Works great. So you cannot do that with New Zenler, but you can do that with Systeme. So for example, and I can show you a distinct course. I've got a course which is a Systeme.io sales page, Systeme.io website DIY course and template club. And this follows the same strategy of a 1-page sales funnel, which is basically you got the entire sales page, sales video, and everything else, testimonials, blah, 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 payment. And there is everything in the one place. Even the checkout is on the one place. You cannot do that on Zenler, okay? The next thing is the order bump difference. With New Zenler, you can only have 1 order bump. You cannot have multiple. Whereas with Systeme, I can actually have multiple order bumps. In this place, I only have 1, but I actually can have multiple as well. So that's another very important point, that Systeme is definitely better. Checkout page customization. The New Zenler checkout page is not very customizable. You can customize it, but it's not the same as Systeme. You can put a lot more details on the Systeme checkout page, whereas Zenler, it's just not as customizable. They all look relatively the same. So that potentially, can technically hurt conversions potentially, but every business is different. So I've never heard anybody say, oh my God, like Zenler checkout page is hurting my conversions. You know what I mean? But it's just, if you are going to geek out on the conversion optimization, then Systeme has a way better customization of that as well. 1-page funnel, I've kind of gone over that. So again, you cannot do that on Zenler. You can do it on Systeme. The page/section block templates. So this is a very, very powerful aspect. Systeme has revolutionized that particular aspect. I can actually take a page and I can literally duplicate it and give it to your account in a click. So for example, if you're seeing this sales page that I've created and you're like, wow, Eran, I love this sales page. And you want to create this. All you gotta do is ask me. And I can literally give you one click, one link. As soon as you click on that link, it will be on your account. Now, let's just say you are seeing this and you're like, Eran, I love, let's say, this section right here. Okay, so let's say this section right here, you love that. You like the spacing, you like the color, you like whatever, you like how it's done. Maybe you don't like the color, you want to change it, but you like this style. I can actually give you a link with this individual block and you can use it yourself, again, with one click as well. If you like how my button looks, I can give you that individual button. If you like this order form, how this looks with this stuff, I can literally give you a link and in one click, this will be available on your Systeme.io website. So there is an incredible ability to share different things and not just share it with other people, but share it within your own account, which means that once you create something that works, like once you create a really good sales page, then you can literally reuse blocks everywhere. And what I mean by use it everywhere, remember I said that there is no learning curve between creating a blog, creating a sales page, and creating an online course. That's because the builder is identical. So let's just say I have a look and feel like this thing, right? Like this. I can actually take this block and reuse it in a video lesson, whereas this is the title of the lesson. These are the major bullet points of that lesson, and I can customize all of that. And it's really, really good like that. Now, this is a very, very incredible feature and so on. So with New Zenler, you can still share sections. You cannot share a full page, but I can share individual sections. But that requires going to the code area of New Zenler, copy and paste it, and put it on another person's website. Now, I have done that for other clients. I sell templates that actually do that. I have a tech coach that does it for clients. So if you ever buy a Zenler templates, which there's a couple of really good Zenler template companies that I definitely recommend and I work with, then my team can actually set it up for you, because it can be a little bit overwhelming when you're copying and pasting a whole giant code and so on. So you can actually have really good templates set up, but it's more difficult to share it with New Zenler, whereas with Systeme, it is incredibly, incredibly easy. Another thing I can do with Systeme, and I cannot do with Zenler, is shareable templates of email, course, funnel, and a section. So I've already gone over the section, but what happens is if I write an email list, an email sequence as a template, I can actually take that 5 email sequence or 10 or 100 or whatever, and I can literally share it into your account with one click. So this is really powerful, especially if you're doing network marketing as an example. That is a very powerful way to build something. If you're doing affiliate marketing, it's a great way, because a lot of the secret to affiliate marketing businesses and network marketing businesses is duplication. And that's why shareable templates is really powerful as well. You can even share an online course. I can actually give you my online course. I've not quite seen the value of using it yet, but I could think of a couple of features to make it really, really powerful. Like if I want to create a course that is a reseller course, I can actually create the course in my area and share it with one click. Or if I'm selling a toolbox of some sort, again, I can create the course and then share it with one click, which is like unbelievably powerful as well. This just makes the fulfillment so good. Okay, next part, editor quality. So the editor quality and the mobile editing is, in Systeme, it is far superior. New Zenler mobile editing is challenging, and the builder is fine, especially when you use Zenler templates. It's actually not so bad to use the Zenler website. You can get used to it, and it's actually quite decent, but it can be a little bit buggy. But the Systeme.io editor, it is just really, it's the best editor I've seen on the market, hands down. So I've got no qualms on saying it. And I love Zenler, don't get me wrong. Anybody that is maybe watching this video and he's like, Eran, you recommended Zenler to me. Look, Zenler is great, but the editor of Systeme is far superior to anything I've seen on the market. So so that's the editor quality. It does take a little bit time to get used to. It is quite sensitive and so on. Like if I'm on the editor, there is, if I hover over it, you can see how it kind of changes really quickly. And you got to be really sensitive when you move your mouse, which I know some people struggle with it. And it does take a little bit to get used to, but there's very specific rules to how to use the Systeme.io editor. Once you crack that, I mean, it is so crazy easy to use. I love it. I really do love it. And I talk about all of that on how to use it on my website DIY course on Systeme. The affiliate marketing program, checkout and tracking and all that. So again, New Zenler, they have an issue with the affiliate system. And the issue is not the tracking. The tracking is good. I am personally an affiliate using New Zenler for other people who are, like I've got one company, but I promote their Zenler template. And they use Zenler affiliate tracking and I get paid and it's not a problem and all that. The issue with it is that they have to enroll me as an affiliate manually. I cannot sign up without their permission. They cannot create a landing page and say, yeah, John is an affiliate. I enter my details and I get my affiliate link. So I cannot automate an affiliate program. Also, if I have somebody make sales for me, I have to manually pay them out through PayPal and I cannot mark them as paid in Zenler, which is a bit annoying. I have to export it as a CSV, as an Excel file, and then mark it down that way, which is just annoying. Whereas with Systeme, all that process is automated. There is a little bit of a limitation, is that you do need to have 25 sales per month in order to automate the payouts. But once you hit 25 sales, which is really kind of the point where it becomes annoying, then you can actually automate it. In Systeme, like I said earlier, they do all their automatic payouts together, like using their own platform. So that's a very, very powerful feature. I don't believe Zenler does their own payouts from their own platform. Affiliate marketplace, as gone over, I can actually list my products and services so other customers on Systeme.io can actually do it. And I know Systeme.io has tens of thousands of customers, whether it's using a free account or a paid account. So, this is a very powerful feature because you're getting exposure potentially to a lot of people in the Systeme community as well. Zenler, they come with a mobile app. Systeme does not. Zenler app is actually quite good. I'm really, really happy about it. They've done a great job. It's a new release, relatively, but they've done a great job with creating it. So I think the community feature, for example, on the Zenler app looks good and stuff like that. It's actually quite similar to how Kajabi had their app. But yeah, Zenler did a great job. So they have an app, Systeme does not. So for example, if you're a personal trainer and you wanna get your people to have their phone next to them when they're actually doing their exercise, well, Zenler is probably gonna be a better choice as an example. So there you go. Media library, I forgot to mention that. This is a huge difference. Zenler has the best media library that I've seen. You can add a custom thumbnail. You can add a thumbnail, like Canva is directly integrated inside, so you don't even have to go outside of Zenler. You can actually open up Canva on the same screen and import. It's just a really good way to create your thumbnails as well if you're a one-man show. You can actually tag different video content, audio content, PDF, images. So it's really good because as you build your website, you're gonna end up with dozens, if not hundreds of images, videos. And if you don't have a library where you can actually segment with PDFs, segment by tags, segment them and figure out and find things by keyword, you're gonna have just a giant library of, just a dump, okay? So it's very, very unorganized as you grow your content, basically. When I say your content, like your PDFs, images, videos, audio, okay? So Zenler has all of that really well set up, whereas Systeme does not. You don't have that option in an independent media library where you can actually get access and find the different videos or find the different PDFs specifically. So you do have a media library when you're uploading something. Like, for example, it is better than Kajabi as an example, but it can be better. It can definitely be improved. The other thing is on the video hosting. I forgot to mention that. This is actually really important on the differences. Video hosting. So video hosting with Zenler, they use Vimeo, whereas Systeme, they use AWS, Amazon hosting. So what that means is that with Vimeo, you have more, like you have the option to put thumbnails as the video hosting for Zenler. With System, there's actually no option to add a thumbnail yet. I do know that this is going to be fixed, but that is also a difference. So that's that. The other thing on the video hosting, actually, now that I think about it, I don't believe, when you have a thank you page, you can do an autoplay, i.e. the thank you page, you could see my mouth moving and somebody just has to click on the unmute and then it will just play automatically. I cannot do autoplay with Zenler, but I can do autoplay with Systeme. Maybe not big, but little nuance that you might want to be aware of. Live webinar versus evergreen. So really, evergreen Systeme has an evergreen webinar feature, whereas Zenler does not, but they do have a live webinar feature. So I do believe that Zenler, I know I've seen many requests for Zenler to set up the evergreen, and I have no doubt that will come as well. But right now, as it stands, like Zenler has live webinar features, as I said, through Zoom, whereas Systeme has evergreen, does not have live. Yeah, so that's that. Audio player, courses versus builder. Let me explain that. So you can actually upload an audio file to Systeme, and the audio file, you can upload it both in your course, in your blog, in your membership, in your sales page, whatever. With Zenler, you can only upload an audio file on your course area. I cannot upload it in the sales page, for example, which to me is actually quite important. If you look at my sales page, I always like to have an audio as well. So this is my Systeme.io sales page. It's a sales page that I created on Systeme.io. I really like having that option when I have an audio because some people are short on time. Other big difference is the integration with Pabbly Connect / Zapier. So Systeme and Zenler both have Zapier integrations. That's all good. Zapier is quite expensive. I'm really not a fan of it because of it. I do like Pabbly, and there's no integration with Systeme really, which is I don't like that. I really wish they had that. Unfortunately, I know they're looking into it at the moment, but Zenler has a much better integration with Pabbly Connect, and that's something that may or may not matter, especially if you're just using Zenler to do everything in one place. You may not even need any integrations at all. So that's not a huge deal, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so I hope you got value from this comparison on the exact differences. I'm now going to go through a little bit of price comparison, and I'm going to talk about what I don't like about either. I kind of covered that, but I'll kind of give you a bit of a recap. One thing I will note, this video that I'm doing right now is going to be current as of, I'm recording this on the 31st of May. So obviously, if you're watching it 3 months later, 6 months later, or whatever, you want to get a video update, let me know. Or if you have a specific question on a specific feature, leave a comment for me and let me know, because I am very up to date on these things. Okay, so this is my jam. My business is tech support. My business is Zenler and Systeme. I'm very familiar with those two. So you just let me know, and I will definitely record a video and answer your question. Okay, price comparison. Let's talk money. Now, this is something you can actually do on your own, so I won't harp about it too much, but I do want to give you quick things and nuances you need to be aware of. So New Zenler is $647 a year or $67 a month. This is their current beta pricing. They've been in beta for like 2 years. I don't even understand why they use it, beta pricing, because anyway, it's the price. Whether they're going to bring it up, I'm sure they will. When I bought in, it was actually $447. So I got it for $200 cheaper. So I'm a customer when I got it pretty cheap. You get, with this plan, you get unlimited courses, bundles, pages, funnels, blogs, video hosting. Basically, everything is unlimited with 2 exceptions. You can only have 25,000 email subscribers, which for most people is plenty, okay? And you can only have 3 custom domains, i.e. 3 different businesses, which again, you generally, that's plenty. Now, they do have a price if you want to have unlimited contacts and if you want to have 10 domains, but that is at least 1,167. I think it's more. I think it's 1,500. I'm not totally sure, but I don't know exactly, because this is what the price will be for me. But I got in on the $447 plan, so I know it's going to be at least that, if not more, probably about 1,500. So you just need to be aware. If you want to have unlimited contacts, it's going to be more expensive. It's actually cheaper than most like email marketing platforms. So it's quite reasonable, but you just need to be aware of it. Let's talk about Systeme. Systeme has a free plan, a legitimate free plan with no, like you can actually run your entire business with the free plan. If you want to check it out, you can sign up for runbookai.com/SIO. That is my affiliate link, obviously. So you can check it out. Let me know if you do, because I do offer bonuses if you do use my affiliate link. Now, they do have 3 different paid plans. And if you want unlimited everything, Systeme is the best, okay? That's why I'm with Systeme. It's one of the reasons I'm with them. I get unlimited email contacts, courses, memberships, funnels, landing pages, upsells, downsells, custom domains, unlimited everything. And I get it for this price, which is just crazy good, okay? Crazy, crazy good. So that's that. They do offer a medium plan, which is called the webinar plan. The webinar plan, the difference between this plan and this plan is really that here you have webinar and here no webinar. So you need to be aware of that. That's the main difference between the $27 a month and the $47 a month. Now here you have also a yearly plan, and this is all actually available if we're using my affiliate link. So if you want to get this price, this is a great place to start. You actually get 3 custom domains. You get 5 courses/products, which at the beginning, if you're not selling anything, you don't need more than that. Just start with 5. It's good to go. And you get 5,000 email contacts, okay? And you get 50 funnel steps. So you get plenty when you're getting started. And you really don't want to do webinars at the beginning because you have no idea how to sell on webinars when you haven't even sold one-on-one yet. So don't even worry about it. It's not an important feature when you're just getting started. The pricing is actually really intelligently done, I think. But anyway, so Systeme is really cheap like that. If you notice, essentially, it's actually like 3.5 times cheaper, basically. So it's really good that way, okay? Now, the next price is this one, $47 a month or $396 a year, 10 custom domains, 20 courses, products, 10,000 contacts, 300 funnel steps. If you're selling high-ticket coaching, for example, I mean, you're not going to need more than these plans as an example. Probably this plan will be the perfect for a coach because you actually get also the webinar feature as well. So if you're selling a webinar, that's a great way as well. So there you go. That's the little feature differences. I am on this plan. And when you kind of compare, if you really are going to exceed 25,000 contacts as an example, then chances are Systeme is going to be a much better choice as well. If you're going to not exceed, if you're not really going to need more than 10 domains, honestly, you might as well go with 20 courses. You can easily just go with Systeme anyway. So it's just going to be cheaper and so on. But there's a few nuances on that. I will go over that in a moment, and I'll do a recap. Now, what I don't like, now this is, I'm going to give a big fat disclaimer here. I've kind of covered these things already, but again, things change all the time. So maybe by the time I'm recording this video, they've actually improved. So leave a comment if you have questions for me. I'll definitely let you know. The Zenler builder can be clunky and buggy at times. Sometimes, you just can't drag something over. It's just more difficult to move things over. Sometimes when I'm duplicating a section to another section, I'm duplicating it, the font and formatting messes up and I have to do it again. If I want to copy and paste text from somewhere and paste it on the Zenler editor, it just jams it in onto one giant paragraph. That's a bit annoying. There's different little things like that that are frustrating with the Zenler editor. It can be a bit slow. It's just what it is. I can tell you it's better than Kajabi's, okay? So don't think that I'm not bashing Zenler here and saying, oh, their builder is crap. No, it's not. It's just that it can be buggy sometimes, but it's actually better than others, okay? For example, if you're going to use Wix as an example, or Squarespace, I found them to be more difficult than Zenler. I found Zenler Builder to be actually easier to use. So there you go. That's just to give you a bit of an insight on all of that. Mobile editing in Zenler, it's challenging. It's just when you're changing something on mobile, it changes it on desktop and vice versa. So this is a little bit challenging. Systeme has definitely a much better mobile editing experience. I've got a full video on Systeme.io mobile editing you can check out. I don't have a mobile editing video on Zenler because I can't do a tutorial that really explains how to do it because it's not that great. So there you go. It's a big difference here. Now, I will say a quick disclaimer on Zenler. It doesn't mean that their websites are not mobile optimized. If you know how to use their builder, it is mobile optimized. You just need to know how to use it. Pages funnel customization. I think I kind of covered that already. So obviously the customization I can do with Systeme is really good. I can do a one-page funnel if I want, as an example. If I have a funnel with six funnel pages, I can do that. With Zenler, I cannot. So this is an issue for me personally. I cannot do multiple upsells and downsells. I can only do one upsell, one downsell, depending on the course, and that's it. With Systeme, I could do multiple. The admin area can be buggy at times. It's not so bad, but sometimes, like if I want to add a student, for example, the email just keeps reformatting, and basically I have to retype the email twice. If I want to log in, sometimes I have to enter the name and email, enter the password, and then do it the second time, and only then it will work. It's just a little bit weird. So anyway, there's little things like that, but it's not the end of the world, but it can be a little bit annoying. I cannot add affiliates automatically or pay out automatically. I've covered that already. Email list integration / tags are limited. What this means is that this is applicable if you're using something like ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign or MailerLite, i.e. another email software, then you want to have, when somebody signs up and you want to have a tag, it does not take that tag over. The only tags that connect between the tools is basically student or lead or admin or affiliate, i.e. the role. So if somebody gets tagged as a lead in ConvertKit from a lead magnet in Zenler, I don't know which lead magnet it came from. So that could be a bit annoying. So really the integrations are really not great because it defeats the purpose of using ConvertKit, because you would use ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign because of the tagging system and segmentation, and the integration doesn't allow for that. On the other hand, Zenler gives you those features anyway, so it's not the end of the world. All right, that's Zenler. Let's talk about what I don't like about Systeme. Again, big fat disclaimer. These features could change tomorrow. I know, for example, I personally spoke to the CEO of Systeme and I mentioned this to him and he said, yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, we'll fix that. So I know he's going to fix that. This one, I also spoke to them in the Facebook group and they already told me they're going to fix this thumbnail issue. So what does it mean on the subject preview line? When you go to your email, you can see the subject line and the line afterwards as well. I cannot add a custom preview line in Systeme. On second thought, I actually think I can't do that on Zenler either. So they both actually lack this aspect. So anyway, that's that. Again, that could change, but that's just something for you to be aware of. I actually just paused the video to go check. Yes, there is no option for a preview subject line, both on Systeme, but also on Zenler. So just be aware of that. I'm sure they'll fix it, but anyway, that's just something for you to be aware of. If I do a video and I host it on Systeme, I cannot have a thumbnail. That's something that's typically it's important. Like to me, it really bothered me. On the other hand, I have decided to use Searchie for my video hosting. So I don't have this pain point with Systeme. I don't really care. Like they'll fix it. They did tell me they'll fix it, but I'm actually using Systeme for Searchie for my video hosting. And you can see it right here. So this is Searchie, and the reason I'm using Searchie is because it's got transcription and stuff like that, and I can also add chapters, which for me, between my online courses and my sales pages, this is quite an important feature for me because sometimes I want to have chapters. So for example, this video you're watching right now, it's a YouTube video, you will see chapters below where you can actually click to the different areas as well. So that's why chapters are important, and I want my courses to have that feature. So that feature, the only place I've seen chapters in video hosting or course platforms is Thinkific and Searchie. So again, if you want to check out any of these platforms, I will leave the link to all of these platforms below. I'm an affiliate for everybody, just so you know, so I'm not like biased here or biased there. I just know which one I like. I know what features work. I know which ones are not good for you because I've done a lot of that work and I kind of live and breathe these things. So I will leave links below for you to check out whichever one you want to check out, and you're welcome to leave any comment. So because I'm using Searchie, this issue doesn't bother me, but it is something that's annoying. You cannot give a coupon for 100%. So if somebody paid for something and you want to give them a 100% discount code, you can't actually do that in Systeme. A little bit annoying. but there's other ways to automate being able to give people, and you can manually enroll people to a course. Email link clicked. This is a super important feature for somebody like me. When you're a beginner, you're not going to care. You're not going to even understand what I'm talking about so much, but I will tell you what that means. It simply means that when you're growing your email list, and let's say I'm doing an affiliate promotion. I'm doing an affiliate promotion for some launch, okay? And that particular launch, what happens is it's going to be for the next 10 days, I'm going to be sending an email every day to push that particular promotion because the door closes. Now, I don't want to email my entire list and bug them about it. I want to have a little button at the bottom that says, hey, by the way, if you don't want to hear about this launch, click here and you won't hear about it again. Once they click, I want them to be removed from that list. Now, Systeme has partly done that, i.e., you can do that, but you can only do it on one link per email. What it means is I cannot have a link to buy and a link to unsubscribe. I have to pick which link do I want to use in the email in order to create that automation. I know it doesn't make sense for somebody who's just getting started, but this is actually quite important. I've already brought it up. I'm being told it's on the roadmap. It's going to be fixed. And I know it's going to be a really valuable feature for them as well. So anyway, that's something that is important. Infusionsoft/Keep and ActiveCampaign does a great job doing that. And Systeme.io is going to fix that at my request. Okay. Email sending preview pair tag. So here's the thing. With Systeme.io, when I'm sending emails, the way it works is you don't have email lists, you have tags. So for example, I can tag people as buyers. I can tag people as leads for a specific lead magnet. Now, sometimes in my case, I already have 20, 30 or 40 tags. Sometimes I'm like, Jesus, which people are part of this tag? Now, when I click on send email to this tag, I want to see the emails that are going to be sent. In case I want to not send it to somebody specific, an individual, then I can actually see that or do that when I'm sending an email. I can go to the CRM, but I can't do it when I'm sending an email. So it's just a little bit annoying. You can do it, but it's a workaround that's a bit annoying. Also, if I want to add a tag, I'm creating a new funnel. I want to add a tag to a lead magnet, then or to a buyer. I have to go to the tags area and add the tag and then go back to the funnel to add it. So it's a little bit annoying. Again, just a little bit of user experience. It's really not the end of the world, but it will be better for the user experience. The CRM organization is a little bit interesting. Basically, contacts is basically leads, whereas if you have somebody who is a buyer, they bought a course, the CRM can be found elsewhere. So if I want to revoke course access or cancel a subscription, I have to go to different places to do depending on which task I want. So that's just a little bit clunky in my opinion. They could do a better job on that. Again, not the end of the world. The fact that the features are there is fantastic. And there you go. The other thing that's actually quite comparison-wise that I forgot to mention between them, and I think this is important to cover, is analytics. Okay, so the analytics is quite, Zenler analytics, it can be pretty granular. So does Systeme. I found Systeme to have a bit more of a cooler dashboard. As a CEO, I like their dashboard better. I can see in real time all the recent subscribers. I can see in real time all the buyers, things like that. Anyway, I really like that feature. Okay, there you go. We're coming up to the recap. This has been a long video. Again, questions, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. So now let's talk about Systeme as an all-in-one Systeme and Zenler versus using something like WordPress and so on. So think about WordPress like an empty apartment, okay? It's a nice place that is fully customizable, but there's nothing in the apartment. If you want, to bring a table, you want to bring a chair, you want to bring a fridge, you want to bring a bed, you want to bring a computer, you want to bring a curtain, whatever. Think of any one of these features. Yes, you can bring them. You can buy whatever the hell you want. But these, in the online space of WordPress, these things are called a plugin, okay? And if you want that feature, you need a plugin. Now, what's the comparison? The comparison of a plugin is basically what I covered earlier, which is the features you need for an online business. If you want to create beautiful landing pages, if you want to have a blog, if you want to have a pop-up, if you want to have a page editor that's drag and drop, if you want to have a different type of a block, if you want to have the ability to collect email, if you want to send emails, if you want to be able to collect Stripe or PayPal, if you want to have upsells or downsell, if you want video hosting, if you want to do drip or no drip, if you want to do a private member portal, if you want to do any of these things, with WordPress, you need to get individual plugins to be able to do that. And basically, you're looking for the pieces of the puzzle, the different plugins, to be able to make one cohesive whole. Now, here's the thing. A lot of plugins are free, and that's cool, but they come with a limitation. And those limitations means that you need to upgrade that plugin, but you only get the paid upgrade for that one plugin. Once you start adding more and more plugins, it just racks up the costs anyway. So for example, I can start with a free plan on something like WooCommerce and accept the payments for something. But if I want to do a subscription, I got to pay. I don't remember how much it is, $400 a year or something. I got to pay to just have the option to do subscriptions. If I want to do upsells, downsells, I got to pay for this other plan with WooCommerce. So it can be like really challenging with things like that because you get all these things that are just going to cost more and more as you build them up depending on what you need. Additionally, you got to understand that each plugin has its own developer or its own company. Even though some companies offer multiple plugins, and that's cool, a lot of times you have multiple plugins, which means that you have a different user experience, different look and feel, different support, new learning curve, and so on. Also, because there are different plugins, there are different codes that built it, different developer, different background. What it means is sometimes those plugins don't talk to each other. So when you're adding 5 plugins and then you add a 6th plugin, you can literally break your site. And you have to then figure out which plugin it was that you added that broke your site. Now, also what happens is plugins requires updates. So even though you could have 10 different plugins and they all talk to each other perfectly fine and everything is going well, one plugin can get updated because they did some fix up on some bug or whatever, which has nothing to do with you. Everything works perfectly fine, but they ask you to update. So then you click update my plugin. As soon as you update it, it breaks your site. Now, a lot of times you need to update 4 or 5 different plugins at the same time. When you do that, you don't know which plugin broke your site, okay? And if something broke your site and you need to then find a different plugin, you then have to go through that whole thing again. This is one of the reasons why with developers, this is what's called maintenance, basically. And this is also why WordPress people can charge $100 or more to maintain your website, okay? Now, if you got a freaking headache just listening to me in the last 1 minute of explaining all this, welcome to the world of WordPress. Now, I know, and I invite any WordPress person to put some hate in the comment section and tell me that I'm totally wrong. Absolutely go for it. Okay, that's totally cool. I know there are people who love WordPress. They swear by WordPress and they use WordPress. In fact, I get it. Okay, but those people are more tech savvy. If you want to tinker with the tech, go for WordPress. If you are a coach, consultant, course creator, freelancer, and you don't want to tinker with the tech, you want to have something that's kind of out of the box and everything is in one place, and you want simplicity with the tech, just go with Systeme or Zenler, for example, or some sort of all-in-one. You're just going to be better, okay? So there you go, especially when you're getting started. That's my little spiel about WordPress. Like it or hate it, that's my take. So there you go. Recap. Let's do a quick recap. If you're just starting out, okay, and you have no customers, you have no idea you just have an idea for a business, you have no money coming in yet, chances are that Systeme.io is going to be a much better choice. And this is specifically for service providers, coaches, freelancers, affiliate marketers, etc. And also $197 is such a good price to get started. It's really good. However, Zenler can also would be maybe the better choice for you. And I covered an example, like if you're a personal trainer and you need somebody to have an app access because they're going to do their exercise somewhere, like in the park or something like that, yeah, you want to definitely use Zenler. It's going to be a much better choice, okay? So that's one other aspect. If you know you want to do an online course, you may want to have additional instructions. You don't really care about multiple upsells and downsells. You want a course area that has more customization on the PDF display, on the flip ebooks, things like that. Zenler is going to be a better choice. If you know you want to do group coaching, you want to have the Zoom inbuilt and so on, Zenler is going to be a better choice. So if you know you're going to do group coaching as part of it, things like that, you might just want to go with Zenler. It's just going to be all talking to each other. They've got phenomenal features. I didn't even get to talk about the Zenler integration on the webinar feature. I could do a whole different video just on that. But they've got really good features on this, so you need to be aware of. Ultimately, both are great platforms. I really like them both. I'm a huge fan of both platforms. You're welcome to check out both. You can go to Zenler. Just go to tryzenler.com. That's my affiliate link. Or go to Systeme.io. Visit eranbukai.com/SIO. Doesn't matter which one you choose. I have bonuses that I offer to help you. As I explained, I actually have a course on website DIY course for Systeme already. I will have a course on Zenler. At the time of recording, I don't, but I already have a bunch of tutorials written. I just need to kind of put it together. I've got a checklist, so it will come with all the bells and whistles for a DIY course. The Systeme.io course is going to be more expensive than Zenler, because with Systeme.io, I can also offer a template comp, because the template system, like I explained, their templates features are phenomenal, and Zenler isn't as good. So I'm gonna charge more for a Systeme just because I can add those templates. Basically, all you gotta do is tell me which website you want built, and I'll let you build it for you as a template, and you could just change the text and you're good to go. So phenomenal work Systeme has done. But this is a Systeme.io website that I've built as an example. You can see it's clean, it's nice, it looks great, no worries at all. Here's another Systeme.io website. This is again my sales page for my tech support membership. Video, audio, a little image that explains how things work. Bullet points, text. You can pause the video anytime so you can actually watch whatever you see. Testimonials. This is actually a different platform. I use a plugin to pull information as well, so that's a whole different tutorial. You see the testimonials. You can see all the software tools that I support as well in my membership. A summary of the membership. This is something that I got custom coded for me as well. So that's not a Systeme.io thing. The FAQs is really good. Okay, here's another thing I forgot to mention. The FAQs for Systeme is definitely better. And the reason that is because I can actually include a video inside the FAQ, which is just freaking brilliant. Okay, so anyway, this is another little example of something that's really cool with Systeme. Like I said, the builder is definitely superior. Now let's look at New Zenler. New Zenler, this is a website I built on New Zenler as well. It's a very simple website, just for my services. This is the Vimeo hosting image. A little bit of info. This is the flip ebook that I was talking about. Although this flip ebook is actually from a different platform, but in an online course, I can set up the same flip ebook as well in the Systeme. And there you go. That's in Zenler. Sorry, this is a Zenler website. This is a Systeme.io website. Again, I can create beautiful websites on both, and I have done. I can show you dozens and dozens of examples of both. So there you go. Hopefully you got value from this video. I know this is not short. If you know anybody that would benefit from watching this video, getting some insights, please tag them or share this with them and someone. I really appreciate getting exposure for this video. I know this video is going to be probably one of the most, if not the most detailed comparison video between these two platforms. So yeah, definitely share it if you don't mind. And yeah, if you have any questions for me, let me know. If you want to use my affiliate link, send me an email, contact@eranbukai.com. Because I do offer bonuses for people who use my affiliate link for either platforms. And Systeme.io, again, $197 a year for the initial plan. That's typically best for most people that I work with, and so on. You just have to send me an email, and I will give you my affiliate link for that. That's about it. Thank you so much if you've been here this entire time. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. That's about it. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.